Good morning to all. I look forward to this time together where we can connect for a time of reflection. I know we are apart physically, but we have certainly proven that we're not alone. Welcome to you this morning to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Northern Nevada, where it is our mission to grow together in love, faith, justice, and joy. You are welcome here no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what your background is. You are welcome here to join us as we proclaim worth in our spiritual journey. You are welcome to join us as we sing songs that uplift our very being. You are welcome to join us in a community as we learn, live, and love together. All are welcome as we worship that which gives us each meaning and value. My name is Xiomara Rodriguez, and I will be serving today as your worship associate. We have asked everyone to stay home and view us on your or hear us on your personal devices. Know that we still welcome all to be part of us regardless of racial identity, age, economic circumstances, immigration status, sexual orientation, or gender identity. I would like to take just a few minutes as a veteran to thank and honor all those who have served and are still serving this country. Thank you so much for your service. If you're someone who is viewing this and it's your first exposure to us, feel free to contact the office or our website for more information and also where you can download a newcomer form. You can sign up for your newsletter that keeps you informed of all the activities here at UUNNF. You may notice at the top of your screen there is a speaker gallery. You can toggle back and forth to see or view however you want to view the service. Also, you can, on the upper right corner of your picture, you could find three dots, look for rename, and change the name for your picture. We'd love to know who you are so we could say hi. Well, you will remain muted throughout the service. You can make comments on the chat box anytime, but especially during joys and concerns. You will be invited to join coffee time immediately after service. Thank you for joining us.
What a great day it is to be together today. Some years ago, when I served on the staff of the Metropolitan Community Church of San Francisco in the Castro District, that congregation was a congregation that lost hundreds of beautiful gay men to AIDS. And every Wednesday evening, we held a Taizé-style candlelight service. And once a month, those services, we called them healing services. They weren't really all that different, but it was just a time to be together and hold space a little bit differently. It wasn't that we thought we were curing AIDS or even asked for that necessarily. It was more that we held each other in love for whatever anyone was facing or struggling with or going through. And because we held each other in love, we were better for it and we were stronger. And we knew that we were there for each other. And it helped so much to get through those days. And so I thought it was time that we had a healing service in these days as a way of holding each other as we move through this time. I'm going to invite you to access your chalice that you have nearby. And we light our chalice this morning for the healing of ourselves and of our world. And may the light of our chalice today be a symbol signifying to us a new beginning of our own healing in whatever way we need as we begin the healing of our country and of our world.
We breathe the air of the ancestors. We breathe the air of interconnectedness and love, and the air of healing for this planet and all its inhabitants. Please sing with us in English, Arabic, and Hebrew the words peace, salam, and shalom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Peace, salam, shalom. 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 Nous poursuivons la paix. 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 Salam, shalom. We believe in peace. 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 Salam, shalom. Creemos en la paz. Salam, shalom. Creemos en la paz. Creemos en la paz. Salam, shalom. Creemos en la paz. Salam, shalom. We will work for peace. 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 Salam, shalom. Vivimos en la paz. 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 Salam, shalom. We can live in peace. Salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom.
Today's reading, Kindness, by Noemi Shihab Nay. Before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the future dissolve in a moment like salt weakened in a broth. What you held in your hands, what you counted and carefully saved. All this must go as you know how desolated the landscape can be. between the regions of kindness. How you ride and ride, thinking the bus will never stop. The passengers eating mice and chicken will stare out the window forever. Before you learn the tender gravity of kindness, you must travel where the Indian in a white poncho lays dead by the side of the road. You must see how this could be you, how he too was someone who journeyed through the night with plants and the simple breath that kept him alive. Before you know kindness as the deepest thing inside, you must know sorrow as the other deepest thing. You must wake up in sorrow. You must speak till your voice catches the thread of all sorrows. You you see the size of the cloth. Then it is only kindness that makes sense anymore. Only kindness that ties your shoes and sends you out into the day to gaze at bread. Only kindness that raises its head from the crowd and the world to say, it is I, you know, you have been looking for, and then goes with you everywhere like a shadow or a friend. This is a time in our service when we have the opportunity to share our bounties with each other. Since we're not physically together to pass a basket, we can do so virtually by texting 73256, putting UUFNN in the message text box and hit send. Then follow the instructions to provide your offering. You can also mail a check to the office at 780 Del Monte Lane, Reno, Nevada 89511. And the slickest and cleanest way to donate is to sign up for automatic giving. Contact the office and Carol will send you an automatic draft authorization form or pull it from the website. Share the Plate this month is Nevada Youth Empowerment. You have to text separately for your offering. This is the time when we see the real strength of our fellowship. So many of our members have pulled together in some amazing ways. It continues to amaze me, all the volunteers who are doing so much to keep us all in touch with one another. We really do care for one another. Thank you to everyone who has stepped forward to make sure our fellowship is financially secure in these uncertain times. We are aware that there are some of us who cannot make their commitment because of the current situation. So I urge those that can to please contribute beyond your pledge. I'm feeling positive that by all of us stepping up, we will be stronger than ever. Thank you for taking care of our beloved community. Now, let the offering begin. Would you please join me as we bless this offering to the work of this fellowship, which is helping more people grow in love, faith, justice, and joy? We dedicate ourselves and this our offering.
Thank you, Matt. Friends, I invite you, as our time together unfolds, to engage with me in a meditation of the hand and the imagination. I invite you to will your hand closed, to imagine it so. Conjure the closing hand and the fist that follows. When the hand prepares force, the joints force sudden, sharp edges on the fingers which once felt. They shudder the hand's most tender face. Close the side which flexes and feels, the side that could be filled. Close the side in ramparts. Hold shut. Notice what it means to keep the strength waiting in place, what it takes to act bolder. The fist demands the entire energy. It urges the tendon, enlists the arm, arrests the shoulder, summons the chest, commands the core, controls the step, orders a piece of each part of us until the stuff of stone has something to do with everything. Is it worth it? What we will not let go. You will not be disarmed if you let this go. The fist is one decision away. But this grip will starve the whole self if it never releases to cup. Release unnecessary grip. The cover-up, the will to hold on, the needless suspicion of what's unknown, the stigma for the darkness. Force will soften, the edges will round the moment you let go. Only you can will it to stay. Hold this wisdom for a while. Hold it in the palm of your hand. I invite you, allow the hand, slowly, deliberately, silently, to relax its grip and to find rest in the connection to something close to you. Notice the nature of what you touch, how easy it is to connect, how hard it is, the nervous, subtle heat in the connection, the memories filling the core, the getting to know. Notice the details your open hands can perceive of your neighbor, the chair, the person. Notice how much about your neighbor you freshly know. Let's release the connection slowly. Softly, the memory of connection lingers on your hand. leaves, sinks in. Hold this wisdom for a while. Hold it in the palm of your hand. Third, I invite you to make with me the hands into a cup or a bowl, a vessel. Imagine it so. Notice the reality of your own power. You can hold much, even yourself, however briefly or long, and at times you will need to. Notice too the hands that lay. They too are part of the same person. Notice this holding is only possible when you will it to stay. Hold this wisdom. Hold it in the palm of your hand. Send it to your heart. Release the myth of self-reliance, the obsession to hold yourself in guilt, the energy it takes. Love your hands for their steadfastness and their boundless agency, their comfort to receive, their capacity to be rigid and to flex and to fold and open as the rose. Give to your hands work worthy of their span and feed them rest. And finally, I invite you to allow the hands to rest, however, wherever they will. Imagine it so. Notice all they wait to be. They might harm, they can heal, they touch, they feel, they lift, lay, to bless, to curse, to move, to stay, are all in their potential. But none of these are possible unless you will them to stay. Hold this wisdom for a while. Yours is a body of water, as capable as a weapon and a force as it is as a blessing and a balm. So too is your mind. Open them both. Let's go. Let us move on together. Peace. Shalom. Salam. Ashe. Amen. And may they be so.
I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open.
I want to share a story with you today, a story that is known as a favorite of our UUA president, Reverend Dr. Susan Frederick Gray. The story is a Jewish folktale from the 1700s, probably originally told by Jacob ben Wolfkrantz. It has been adapted. There are many versions, and I have adapted it further. There's a small town, a small village, who had at the center of its town a prized possession that kept on display in the very center of town. And people would come from far and wide to see it. The townspeople would visit it and admire it whenever they came to town. And folks would come and gaze upon this prized possession, which was a large, beautiful, stunning, perfect diamond. The sunlight would catch it just right, and it would look like it was on fire. One morning, the earliest risers go into town to gaze upon the diamond, as they would usually do for a few moments or a little while before they went about their business in town. And this particular day, they were shocked and dismayed to find a deep gash running along the full length of the diamond. They had no idea how this could have happened. They were heartbroken and shocked. They gathered around, and grieving, they found that when they look upon the diamond now, the crack is all that they can see. And so they begin to try to figure out what to do, and they begin to look for anyone who might have ideas, who might be able to fix this now very flawed diamond. They sought out stonecutters and gem experts and jewelers, and they looked near and far to see who might be able to help them with this problem, this challenge, with this beloved town jewel, their icon. Everyone they spoke with said the crack is too deep. It's too broken to try to fix. It would be to risk breaking the diamond into many, many pieces. It runs too deep to be polished out of the stone. And one day, not too long after, a stranger comes to town and very soon realizes what is going on and what is all the buzz in the town. And he says, I can fix the diamond. I'm a stonecutter. I have to take it away for 2 weeks or so to fix it. But I can repair the diamond. Well, the people of the village are understandably wary about someone taking away their diamond. This person is a stranger. But he says he's a stonecutter and he knows how to fix it, and he promises to bring back their beloved diamond. So they finally agree to send it off with him. And so they wait. The townspeople wait. And they walk through the square and look at where the diamond used to be, and they hope. And the more time that goes by, the more worried they are, as if that would help. And they begin to feel regret. Why, oh, why did they send their diamond away? Why didn't they just accept it as it was? Why didn't they do their research about this stranger? Why didn't they learn where he lived and more about his people, his qualifications, his history, his experience? And they begin to what if themselves like crazy. I know that none of us do that. What if he breaks the diamond? What if he never comes back? What if they never know what happened to it? What if he stole the diamond for his own personal gain? What would be the result? They wondered. And they worried and they fretted, and the more that they did so, they found themselves in knots with fear. And even so, in this time, their hope outweighed their fear, which is why they gave it to him in the first place. Exactly 2 weeks later, the stranger returns to the town with the diamond, and he gives it to one of the elders of the town, who takes it gently out of the burlap bag in which it has been carried and stares at it for a few long seconds, anxious seconds for the townspeople. And then he holds it up for the townspeople to gaze upon, and they are amazed. They can hardly believe what they are seeing. The stranger had not polished the crack away. Rather, he had carved a beautiful rose into the surface of the diamond, using the crack as part of the rose's stem. You, the elder said, have taken something cracked and broken and made it even more beautiful than it was before. The diamond gets passed around, person to person, all around the town, and they are all so moved because of the newfound beauty of the rose in the diamond. Same diamond, same crack. Different way of looking at it. Different way of seeing it. Part of the reason this story is so profound, I think, is because we can recognize that brokenness is not the end of the story. The diamond was never really perfect to start with. The gift that the stranger brings to the townspeople is the ability to see possibility in the brokenness. It's easy to see what is broken and what is lost and to focus there. Something beautiful came of something tragic. Something unexpected came from loss. And that was possible because in the midst of their fear and anxiety, in the grips of uncertainty, the community, these townspeople, this village came together and trusted and waited through their uncertainty and believed together in possibility. Our Unitarian Universalist faith calls us to live into possibility, even amidst brokenness. May it be so. Blessed be.
I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know my rose will open. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open.
We join together in our time of community meditation and prayer. And as we do so today, I want us to hold that our world is breaking open for something new to be born. A new day is dawning. There will come a time when we will look back on this time. And so this is an ideal moment to do our own healing, whatever that healing is that we need to do. It's time to get ready for that new world, to be intentional. As Dr. Glenn Thomas Rideout guided us, notice the energy that we put into holding on to what might not be serving us. We want to be ready for that new day. It is on its way. Not going back to normal, whatever that was, but the new day. The new day is dawning when we will look back on this time. And so in these moments, as we join together in community, I invite you to reflect on the intentions of your hearts, the healing that you want to take place deep in your heart, in your psyche, in your being, in relationships, in our world. And you're invited to share in the chat box your intentions for healing, your hopes, your dreams, your sorrows, your concerns. In closing our time of community prayer and meditation today, I offer us this meditation on loving kindness, taught by Thich Nhat Hanh, who passed away recently. Thich Nhat Hanh lived a long life of exile from his home country of Vietnam for many, many years. And he spent his life teaching us the way of peace and healing in dealing with difficulty and difficult emotions. It is a Buddhist precept that we heal ourselves first. We work on our own healing, and then we work on the healing of those around us in our world. And so I invite you to let these words sink into your being as meditation for healing. May you experience them as if you are saying them. May I be peaceful, happy, and light in body and spirit. May my loved ones be peaceful, happy, and light in body and spirit. May all others be peaceful, happy, and light in body and spirit. May I be safe and free from injury and illness. May my loved ones be safe and free from injury and illness. May all others be safe and free from injury and illness. May I be free from anger, afflictions, fear, and anxiety. May my loved ones be free from anger, afflictions, fear, and anxiety. May all others be free from anger, afflictions, fear, and anxiety. May I learn to look at myself with the eyes of understanding and love. May I learn to look at my loved ones with the eyes of understanding and love. May I learn to look at all others with the eyes of understanding and love. May I be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in myself. May I be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in my loved ones. May I be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in all others. We gather all of our intentions, our dreams, our hopes, our sorrows, our joys, and our concerns, and we hold them together in the heart of love. And may we extend our gesture to one another, one hand on the heart, our energy extended outward from our hand as our way of saying to one another, I see you, I hear you. We are all in this together in community. May we be about our healing. Amen. We want to thank you so much for joining us for our service today. You were always welcome in this space. And it is our hope that you have received something that you particularly needed from our service today. I encourage you to watch your emails for our programming. And if you know of someone who needs support in any way, if you would let us know that. And please do share this worship link with people that you know locally and far and wide so that we can come together and folks can receive the connection that they need. I want to call your attention to a message from the Legacy Committee about planning now to support UUFNN's future. The Legacy Committee reminds you that donating at the end of the year to increase your tax-deductible charitable contributions is ideal. The time is now to generate that because it takes time to communicate your decision to your fund agent. If you have any questions about that, you can contact the office and we will put you in touch with our Legacy Committee. We thank you for considering a year-end gift to our Legacy Fund. Kristen Famula has a few announcements.
We hope that you'll join us this Friday at 6 p.m. for the Transgender Day of Remembrance. I want to make a note that the e-announce had an incorrect time listed, so we will begin promptly at 6 p.m. This is an annual gathering, which is a time for healing and reflection as we mourn the tragic deaths of trans people locally and around the country. And we hope that you'll join us to honor this important remembrance. We are also quickly approaching the holiday season, and I'm sure that we are all aware that this year things are going to be different than they have been in the past, especially as we deal with rising COVID cases in our community and around the country. So at UUFNN, we want to fill this season with opportunities for community and love, even as we are physically apart from each other. And so we are asking you, the UUFNN community, to host opportunities for us to come together. This can be something as simple as a 15-minute check-in over a cup of coffee, or something complicated like a cookie baking party. We want to ask you to consider hosting an online gathering sometime between now and the end of January. And we'll set you up with a Zoom link, and we will advertise all of the events that are coming together in one central location. So you can send me an email and send the details of your event, the date, time, title, and description, and we will make sure that you all have opportunities to attend all of these wonderful events. And in addition to those events hosted by you all, we are also getting more and more creative about finding ways to continue with our annual traditions and to create new traditions. Next week, we are going to share details about our Ribbon of Joy. And you will remember that usually we collect gifts for families in our community, and we're going to continue doing that again this year. You will have an opportunity again to purchase gifts. And then on December 13th, after the service, we are going to have our annual holiday party. We are going to join together on Zoom to wrap presents and decorate cookies and to enjoy each other's company. And there's another annual tradition that you might not know about because it's usually just for our children and youth, and that is our annual Polar Express party. Every single year, our children and our youth come to church in their pajamas, and they gather to drink hot chocolate and read the Polar Express together. Well, this year, you are all invited to our Polar Express party. We invite you to come to the service on December 20th in your PJs, and then join us after the service to drink hot chocolate and hear a reading of this beloved story. And for all of you families, we are going to hand deliver supplies for your children's participation for both the holiday party and the Polar Express. We're going to deliver things like hot chocolate and cookie decorating kits directly to your home. If you haven't received those kits by December 9th, please let me know. So we hope that you'll be celebrating with us all of our opportunities to come together over the holidays. And thank you for all of you who are helping make that possible.
I wanted to say a very special thank you to you for your generosity in bringing 1,200 diapers last weekend for our diaper drive for our Women and Children's Center of the Sierra. Our posse continues to feed hungry neighbors every Wednesday evening, and you can check your email for the special needs that they have in continuing to do that. So thank you for supporting our justice efforts that our posse is continuing even in this time. Please do stay on for coffee hour for some informal conversation in small groups. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today. And please join in our closing song, Come Sing a Song with Me.
Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
Beloved, would you receive the blessing and the benediction by forming a point of connection one to another, even on Zoom? Beloved, you are loved and you are not alone, and you are a beautiful, blooming rose. Despite whatever is around you and within, may you experience the rich color and the beauty and the fragrance of this healing rose, that we might go forth together and heal our hurting world. Blessed be, amen, and namaste.